right, y'all. It's Rain Savannah, your host of the Real Queens Reign podcast, where we cover everything from fashion, beauty, and lifestyle, catered for teen girls of all shapes, sizes, and ethnicities. This is episode 2. Well, I was thinking about the previous episode, which was episode 1, and I thought about how we just kind of dove right in, and I didn't tell you guys a lot about me or my past or my mission here for you guys. So I thought today that's what we do, and we talk about the things that I've been through and how I got to the point that I'm at now. Also, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for everything's Real Queens Reign. So, to dive right in, I don't want you guys to think that this podcast is for people who are perfect and you have to be the most educated and the most smart and the most perfect person, because that's not the truth. And that's not how normal human beings are set up. We're not robots. We're people. And it's okay to have feelings. And it's okay to be emotional. And I can't spread that message without sharing with you guys the things that I've been through. And I mean, it's kind of obvious. I'm plus size. I've been plus size since a little girl. From being born a bigger girl and going to predominantly white schools where, yeah, we were bullied a lot and it definitely took a toll, and that's normal. I know a lot of girls who were bullied and who are traumatized by it and who have been through a lot. And sharing my story has helped other girls. And I hope it continues to help other girls, because hearing other people talk about what they went through helped me. So whether it was from losing family members, my grandmother, my aunt, my brother at a very, very young age, it may not sound pretty, but it brought me to where I am now. And when you lose so many people, when you lose so much, you start to feel like you lost a part of who you are. And that brought me to be kind of depressed and started to lose faith a little bit. And when you're young, you don't really think, oh, God this, God that. You don't want to hear that. But once you've been through so much and you've seen so many things, you start to realize maybe he is real. Maybe I should give him a chance. And that's not the most amazing thing to hear. And when you're young, you want to have fun, and you're not trying to be in church every Sunday and spread faith on social media because you want to post pictures of yourself and you want to post pictures of things that you're doing. But I've learned that without him, there is no moving forward. You're not going to be as inspired without him. And I was in a very dark place for a very long time, and I didn't understand how much I needed him until I had him. And it's not the trendiest thing to talk about. It's not the most Instagram-worthy topic, but it needs to be talked about, because when we're talking about Gen Z and being teens, there's so much in the media that we're exposed to that we need Jesus, which is not the prettiest thing to say, but we need him, because where are we going to go without it? And when you've been through so much, it's not mainstream to talk about it. And it's never going to be mainstream to talk about it, because there's so many different people who are fighting against it. But I've learned that without him, there's no purpose. And without listening to him, I wouldn't be here in front of you guys talking about the things that I've been through. And I wouldn't have the strength that I have now to be able to talk about it. And trying to learn to regain my confidence and build back up that self-love that I lost wouldn't be possible without him. I've been called fat. I've been called ugly. I've been called huge, or a whole bunch of other words that are, yes, they're hateful, but I would not be the person that I am today without hearing those things. So everybody wants to see this beauty standard and be the IG models we see. But what you don't understand is you're not that person, and you're beautiful the way that you are. And it took me so long to see that. This is not just, oh, she's super confident, she's perfect. No, I've been through a lot, and it took me a lot to say that and to be here and to share that part of what I've been through with y'all. But it is my purpose to sit here and to explain what I've been through, because that's how I help y'all. This podcast is not for the perfect people. This podcast is not for people who have everything together. This podcast is for the girls who need it, for the girls who are not confident, for the plus size girls, for the girls that are getting picked on, for the girls that don't have anywhere else to go. We're here for that reason. That is my purpose. That is why I'm here. I have been in a very bad place for a very long time. And it's been hard for me to say that. But seeing how much good that I can do when I got out of that and I looked towards the light, which again is very churchy, and it's not anything that you want to hear when you're young. But if you listen now and you see how much better that you could be doing with him in your life, you would understand where I'm coming from. And that is why I started this, not movement, but this community for girls, is because we need each other, and we need to tell each other the things that we've been through, and to show each other that it's okay to show emotions. It's okay to show and post pictures that don't have a filter and that are unedited, because we are beautiful without having to edit who we are. And I'm still the girl who I'll put a little filter sometimes to cover up the acne, but most of us are still going through puberty. Acne is a thing, and it's not ugly. It's human. We were not put here to be Barbie dolls, because we're not. You can be naturally beautiful without fitting into what they want us to be. And that was my goal, was to show you guys how beautiful you are inside and out. Because even though it's still hard for me to believe that, some days I don't feel pretty. And that is what it is like to grow up as a teen girl in the society that we live in. But sometimes you have to step out and be like, you know what, I am beautiful. You know what, I am smart. And I don't have to worry about what other people are saying, because I know it for myself. And that's a journey in and itself, to know that you are truly amazing. And it's not an easy thing to do. And I might be sitting here talking about it like, oh, it's so simple, and all you have to do is just say it. But it's a process. Every day is a process, and you have to put yourself out there to understand that you are who you're meant to be. This is not a place to be stuffy or thinking that you're perfect, because none of us are. And that is what I wanted to show you guys. And if I had the role model that I'm trying to be now, I would have went through way less heartache. And that's why I do what I do. And that's why I've accepted the plan that God has put on my heart, because this is where I'm supposed to be. I could be out at parties and out with my friends and doing all this other stuff, but that's not what I was set here to do. And helping other girls who went through the things that I went through is what I'm here for. And this is not just me talking about me or trying to preach to y'all, because that's not what this is. This is me sitting up here, real, and saying I'm not perfect, and life ain't perfect, and you're gonna go through things, but you have to have the strength and the resilience to be like, yo, I'm not perfect, and some days I don't feel pretty, but I know that I'm still gonna do amazing things and be an amazing person, because I wouldn't still be here if I didn't have a purpose. You think you're still here to watch movies and sit around? Yes, you're young. And there's so many things that you can do because you haven't lived yet. But every day there's a reason for you to be awake. Whether it's telling your best friend that she looked beautiful that day. That might have been your purpose for that day, was to uplift your sister. But not every day has to be a big battle. Not every day you're gonna save somebody from a car crash. It's the little things. You would not still be here if you didn't have a purpose. And it's not easy to just say, "Oh, I have a purpose. I'm here for a reason, and I'm gonna do that," because it's not easy. And I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that it's easy, because it's not. And you may sit here and listen to all this stuff that I'm saying to you right now, and you're gonna think for about 2 days and be like, "Yeah, I'm gonna do that." And then a year later, you're gonna be doing your schoolwork and think, I haven't paid attention to what she was telling me. And I did the same thing. I've had my parents, I've had friends say, "You're here for a reason. Do something with that." And I didn't, because I wasn't ready. I wasn't in the place to do so. But this right here is me planting a seed and saying, "You're here for a reason." And you would not still be here if there wasn't a reason or a purpose for you to be here. That was my whole goal for Real Queen's Reign, which was to push other girls and to show other girls that they are queens, and we don't have to fit into the beauty standards that are put on us, and we're here for a reason, and we have to be exactly who we want to be. You cannot be happy unless you're who you want to be. You can't let your parents or your friends or social media tell you what it is that you need to do and how you need to dress, because that's not reality. That's not real. You have to make sure that you're staying true to who you are, because that's the only way that you're going to realize what your purpose is and what you're here to do. You don't have to be a pastor, or you don't have to write a book to make a change in somebody's life. You can be a hairstylist or a doctor or a makeup artist, because every day you're giving somebody something that you didn't have. Every day you can take a little bit of your happiness and you can be happy, you can give it to somebody else, and that can make a change in their lives. Your purpose isn't something it doesn't have to be grand, but it's making a change. And that's what I want Real Queen's Reign to be about, is teaching girls that they're here for a reason, and teaching girls that they're beautiful, and teaching girls how to be confident. Because you're not just going to wake up one day and be like, "Oh, I'm confident. That's it. I don't have any other issues," because that's not how it works. You have to work every day to get to where you want to be. And I'm going on the same journey as the rest of us, because we're all still young. I may have realized what it is that I need to do early, but I'm still battling with, "Oh, I'm still a big girl," or some days I don't feel beautiful, but I know that I'm here for a reason. And I know that whether I look like Kim K, or whether I'm a big girl, whether I'm skinny, I'm still a queen. And that's what I want to show other people. So the purpose for this podcast is to give light to other girls and to show other girls how amazing they truly are if they would just realize the call on their lives. This turned into more than it was supposed to be, but it's what needs to be said. And this wasn't me preaching, it was me telling my story and encouraging other girls to understand that confidence is not a instant gratification type of thing. It takes a very long time, and it is a journey. And this podcast is here for you on your journey. We are here to provide fashion tips when you're not feeling like your fit is all that. We're here when, you want to put a little makeup on, but you don't know how to do it correctly. We're here when you're depressed and when you're sad and you need somewhere to go for light. We're here. And that is the goal for me, is to be an outlet for you and to show people that you can be young and you can have a purpose and you can still be cool and you can still love God. And that's what needs to be talked about more on social media and on podcasts, because we're taught that we have to wear a whole bunch of makeup and a whole little bit of clothes to fit in with our demographic, which is not the truth. We can still be beautiful and we can still do the things that we want to do without it having to be stuffy and uptight. This is not a podcast where we're going to be like, okay, well, in the dictionary in the Bible it said this. No. What's the word, y'all? I'm reading Savannah, and I'm here to give it to y'all raw. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, it is what it is. This is the place for girls who can understand where I'm coming from, for girls who can relate to what I've been through so I can empower them. That is the purpose of Real Queen's Reign. I love y'all, and I really want y'all to tune in for the upcoming episodes. We have a lot coming, whether it's about fashion or beauty or relationship advice. This is a place for teen girls everywhere. So share with your friends. Share with the girls in your lives who need a little bit of encouragement. So that way we can keep spreading this message to other girls. This is not about me. This is not about how many followers I can gain or how many viewers are watching. This is about the girl who needs it and the girl who needs to hear what we're talking about. And that is the reason for me doing this. And that is the thing that I didn't cover on the first episode, because I was so excited to jump in that I didn't tell y'all what you were here for. So tune in every week and take some time for you to be able to see how far you can go. And we're going to walk this journey together. And hopefully by the end of it, we'll be more confident. But I'm here to help you on your journey now. So therefore, like I always say, Real Queen's Reign. Bye.